Welcome students, welcome to the second part of my video. Topic First Farmers, FYJC History. My dear students, we have seen in the first part how Homo habilis prepared stone tools to suit their needs, to cut meat, to remove bone marrows. We have also seen various river valley civilization, Mesopotamian civilization. We have seen Sindhu Valley civilization. We have seen the Nile civilization of Egypt and Hangi in China. All these civilizations we have learned in the first part. We will also see how people started settling and why they started settling down. It is because they were cultivating crops. They were having a fertile land and they were forced to stop nomadic and semi-nomadic life and started settling in one place. Now further, in the second part, we will see the first farmers of India. Now when I say first farmers of India, I will start with Neolithic age. When we break Neolithic, Neo means new, Lithic means stone. Neolithic age got its name because of stone tools of completely new type. It includes long head axe made of polished stones, polished stone rings, the axe head and hafted on wooden shafts and used for cutting trees, scraping woods to give its desired shape. It was essential to clear jungle by felling trees in order to obtain land for cultivation and settlement. The new tools came handy to this work. We have already seen the site of Mehrgarh came into existence around 7000 BCE. The site of the great importance among Neolithic village in the Indian subcontinent established by first farmers. They grew barley and wheat. There is another site in Neolithic age or Neolithic village that is contemporary to Mehrgarh is the site found in Lahuar Deva in Sant Kabir Nagar district in Uttar Pradesh. In Maharashtra, the Mesolithic man existed during between 4000 and 10,000 BCE. He stayed in natural caves and undertook rock shelter. He moved around the river banks. He made microliths and siliceous stones. However, no evidence of purely Neolithic sites have been found in Maharashtra. When we have instead are the Chalcolithic villages. The Chalcolithic people were the first farmers of Maharashtra. Shirur Taluka of Pune district is an important site of the village of the Chalcolithic farmers in Maharashtra. Now, my dear students, we will see certain researchers They made certain estimates. Researchers have attempted to estimate that the population of the Neolithic village with the help of mathematical and statistical models. With the help of those estimates, they may gather some idea with regards to population, composition of those village, while Mesolithic people were witnessing the transition from nomadic to semi-nomadic life to settled life. There could have been seen 25 to 40 people in any given group. Life depended on regular cultivation. They needed number to increase at least to 50. The village at the least population was 100 could meet the needs of individual members who would be completely dependent on agriculture. Neolithic village are small in size. Permanently occupied dwellings were the characteristics of these villages. Other dwellings, places in central part of the village, were perhaps a common storage places of food grains and other things. This internal settlement pattern of village indicates the transition related to food production was centrally controlled. According to the hierarchy, the chain of power position must have been established. At the same time, there were social norms were also established. For example, boundaries of individual household families, ownership of land, food production to meet the needs of individual household family, and the rules of kinship. The tradition of imparting training of unique family skills or production of the younger members is supposed to have begun early as Neolithic times. In other words, it may be said hierarchical social family structure and the concept of inheritance have its root in the Neolithic times. The culture known as Jomon culture of Japan was Mesolithic culture, which has been yielded evidence of pottery making. Except this example, where else in the world making pottery seems to have been begun in the second phase of Neolithic period. Pottery making, polished stone tools is supposed to be essential characteristics of Neolithic culture. The earthen pots were used for cooking, serving food, and also storing the food. At the later stage, wheel-made potteries were introduced. The Neolithic pottery in the beginning of monochrome with burnished surface. Some pots are carved designs. Also, the technique of stamping, applique work. Gradually, Neolithic people began to decorate their pots with painted designs. Thus, in the later half of Neolithic age, pottery making had become an art and required special skill. To master the art of pottery making, one need to possess the knowledge of following things. First, to know the source of clay of excellent quality. That is the first criteria. Second criteria, to manage and obtain clay. Third, to knead and prepare clay for pottery production. Fourth, to be able to turn the pot to the desired shape. To have an artistic skill for decorating the pottery. To know the technique of baking pottery at the proper temperature, approximately 850 to 900 Celsius. The class of skilled potters equipped with essential knowledge of all stages of pottery making was already established in the second phase of Neolithic period. Ancient pottery came to throw light on various aspects of ancient culture. We get to know about cultural history, the material richness of the place, where it was found with the help of the pottery. We can also know the contacts of the residents of the place with other cultures. The Neolithic period also gave rise to other skilled artisan classes based on specialized craft. It is apparent that the skill of making beads of various types acquired by Neolithic artisans from the beginning. They made beads of various types with siliceous stones and the chunk shells. Excavations of Neolithic sites yield beads, waste materials cast away during beads, making process of faulty and incomplete beads, and the tools were made by bead makers. Following are the stages of bead making. To know the sources of siliceous stones and chunk shells. To obtain raw materials. To transport the raw materials to the manufacturing sites. To manufacture finished beads from the stones and the irregular shapes and the core of the chunk shells. The artisans have become conversant with every stage of bead manufacturing. In brief, agricultural production as well as the production of agricultural tools, pottery, beads is a chain of various skill-based operations which are completed step by step. It is the complex system which calls for systematic division of labor, training of people of various skills. The process leads to the craft of specialization, creates various class of skilled artisans. My dear students, this is the end of part 2. Students, if you like the video, please do like it. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it. And also share it with those people who are not aware of this video. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.